Did I call it? I think I called it. Did I kind of allude to it yesterday? And the next livery reveal is actually tomorrow with Alfa Romeo. They are always like low key, like really good. I think they're well, we'll get into it tomorrow, but I'm anticipating another banger from them. I called it. Yesterday I mentioned that Alfa Romeo tends to bring it on these livery reveals. The last several years, they've had some really good ones. For the most part, they haven't wavered away from their general look, but we're not even halfway through, and we might have just found the #1 livery for 2023. I don't know. I don't want to call it too soon here, but I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, the Alfa Romeo C43. I was up late last night editing the Williams video. So much so that when I finally went to bed, I checked Instagram one more time because, you know, that's always a smart thing to do right before bed. And little to my knowledge, the Alfa Romeo drop would be happening right then. I had caught it like 30 minutes after it was released. It was kind of like a jump scare when I first hopped on, and I realized, you know, I'm just going to look at it and then I can kind of present it in a different way tomorrow for the video. Holy cow, guys. This one so far has taken the cake. It's definitely different from previous years for them. I'd say since 2019, they have had very similar takes on their vehicle. Last year being the best, in my opinion, so far. I do like how they changed kind of the shaping of their design lines, I guess you could call it. That had been my favorite one so far. But yeah, this year, this one is going to be hard to beat. They absolutely nailed it. Stake, their brand new sponsor, their big time sponsor. That's actually part of the name now. The official name, it's weird. Alfa Romeo F1 Team Stake. It's not Alfa Romeo Stake F1 Team. It's Stake afterwards. Stake is, of course, the online gambling company that's really grown over the last couple of years. I've just kind of seen it all over the internet. A lot of your famous influencers are actually sponsored by it as well. But yeah, no longer with Orlen. They are with Stake. With that being said, this is going to be Alfa Romeo's last year with Sauber. I always feel like I sound weird because like all the English guys sound so cool when they say it. They say Sauber or Sauber. No, what? Alfa Romeo Sauber. But I can't say Sauber. It's Sauber for me. I don't know. Maybe leave in the comments what I should do. Should I just fake a English accent for just for that one word? Let me know. Okay, so this is where it gets a little confusing, but just like how Stake is the title sponsor for Alfa Romeo this year, Alfa Romeo is actually the title sponsor for Sauber. Sauber is the actual Formula One team. They have had title sponsors in the past, all the way across from Mercedes to BMW. Following this year, 2024 and 25, they will be racing as just the Sauber F1 team. They have done this in the past, in the early 2010 through 2018 timeframe before they signed with Alfa Romeo again. And then starting in 2026, the big announcement is Audi joining Formula One, partnering with Sauber to go by the name of Audi F1 team. Once again, with Sauber still owning a large stake in the team. So I have a handful of different images I want to show you guys, kind of like side-by-sides from last year. Basically, they kind of replaced everything that was white with black. And of course, we know that once the actual season starts, anything you see now that's black, it's going to be carbon fiber, just for that much more of weight reduction. But in my opinion, on a race car, carbon fiber is always the move to go. If you're going to have anything black on there, you might as well go carbon fiber because it's just an awesome look. You can tell they definitely took a page out of Ferrari's book from last year. In my opinion, there are some similarities. I just think Alfa Romeo might have just done it better this year. They have a few far more black accents. And quite honestly, I like matte cars, like matte paint finishes, much like Red Bull, much like Ferrari last year. For these specific colors, I just think you can't get much better than this glossy red. The wheels are awesome, how they're red on the sides. I kind of did like how last year they had kind of the mixture of the white and red wheel, especially when it was, you know, actually rotating on track. It had a really cool look to it. But the full red will look fantastic as well, you know. That is it. That is your Alfa Romeo C43 for the 2023 season between Zhou Guanyu and Valtteri Bottas. I think they will be competing to break top 10 in the points every single week. I know they kind of had struggles at the end of the season last year as the season wound down. They just barely hung on to 6th. I would imagine that Zhou Guanyu going into his 2nd year, Valtteri being the veteran that he is, I wouldn't be surprised if they're competing at that same level as they were last year, but actually finish the year stronger. One of their main focuses was speed down the straight. They struggled last year down the straights. So I know that's something they really focused on. They put a lot of time and energy, but also you can see a lot of similarities between the Red Bull of 2022 and the Ferrari of 2022, between some of their similar side pods, air vents, front wing, rear wing. So a lot of similarities that way. Obviously, that's kind of what we see every year with like the mid to lower field teams. A little bit of a copycat in a way, but that's expected. It's not a bad thing. Obviously, that's just kind of how it goes. You see the success of your rivals, and you want to follow that as closely as you can to hopefully one day become even better. So that is what we're looking at. Thank you again for watching, guys. Please, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you are new here, feel free to hit subscribe and follow along. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, guys. Peace.